AI is getting really expensive. Like even on my $200 a month Claude plan, I still run the But if I can show you how you can use Gemini 3.1 Pro, which is one of the best AI models out there right now, completely for free, will you subscribe to my channel? And no, I'm not talking about $20 a month subscriptions. And no, I'm not talking about trashy open source models that barely work. I'm talking about some of the best AI models in the world 100% for free. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how. In this video, I'm literally showing you how you can build a full AI business completely for free. How to get these AI credits, which will blow your mind, how to get customers, and how to deliver to those customers without paying a single penny for any software. You're gonna want to stick around for this one because no one else on YouTube is showing this. Do we have a deal? All right, look at this. And the first thing we're going to need is a lot of AI credits. This is the craziest thing you're gonna see today. We're not gonna use Claude for this because if we did, we're gonna go broke. So I'm gonna close this down. Most people don't know this trick. If you go to this link right here, I'll leave a link in the description as well, and hit enter. It's going to take you to this page right here. And what you can see is that this gives you $300 in free credits to Google Cloud. That is the first part of building our completely free AI business. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna click get started for free. Then you're gonna write in your email address. And then it's going to take you to this page right here. You can see it says $300 in free credits over 90 days. And we are choosing the country. I'm gonna choose United States and click agree and continue. And then we're gonna click start free. And what it will have us do is add a payment method, but we will have these $300 in credits, so it will not charge anything. And after we are done with that, you can now see we are inside of the Google Cloud console, and at the top you can see $300 of credits has been added. But this next part is something that took me a while to figure out. I spent hours figuring out how I can actually use these credits. Because if you search for if can Google Cloud credits be used inside of AI Studio, if you search for this right here, you can see it says what does not work, welcome and free trial credits. So I saw this and then I read this and then I thought, but I have a secret solution around this that of course also works, of course completely legal. Up here in the top right here, where it says this, we want to upgrade our account and it's not going to charge anything. We just need to make sure that we are not using credits after these 90 days expire or after we use these $300 in credits. And $300 will be plenty for building our first couple of projects. So I'm gonna click upgrade right here and then upgrade account. I'm gonna click upgrade again. And now you can see it says your account has been successfully upgraded. You're all set to access all of Google Cloud, paying only for what you use. Click continue. And the great thing is that even though we upgraded, if we go inside of billing and then inside of credits, you can see we still have our $300 in credits. It's doing some weird thing right now where it says expiring in 0 days and then starts in the future. But this basically means that we just have 1 times $300 in credits that we can use. But in order to do that, we need to do something very, very specific. I made this full guide for how we can do this because it is a bit of a technical setup, but it's so worth it. And don't worry if you're non-technical, just follow what I do one-to-one and you'll be fine. This right here is the guide for Gemini credits on Mac. I'm also gonna leave another Google Docs, which is for Windows, if you are on a Windows computer. The first thing we need to do is that we need to install Homebrew. Homebrew is basically used for installing things to our computer. So now I already have it on my computer, but if you don't have it already, run this command right here. Next thing we need to do is that we need to install Google Cloud into our CLI. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna use Visual Studio Code in order to use these Gemini credits. So open up Visual Studio Code, open up the terminal, create a new folder. I'm gonna call this Gemini. And then we're gonna open this folder inside of Visual Studio Code. So just open up the folder. There we have it. Now we are inside of the Gemini folder. Close this down. Click on terminal right here, click new terminal, and now we can install this Google Cloud CLI. So I'm gonna copy brew install right here. Gonna run this. This is going to install Google Cloud SDK. You can see it says that our latest version is already installed. Then you might have to restart your terminal, but it's already installed, so I don't have to do that now. And now we can write gcloud auth login. So I'm gonna paste that in, hit enter. This is going to open up a new tab where we can authenticate. Then click continue. then click allow. And there we go. You can see it now says you are now authenticated with the G-Cloud CLI. You don't want to skip this next part because this is crucial for this to work. Now copy this command right here, go back, paste that in too, and this is going to open up another tab just like before where we can again authenticate. So let's do that. If it doesn't open up the link, you can also copy this link that it gives you right here and open this too. This will also work. Click select all, click continue. And there we go, it now says you are authenticated. And if we go back, you can see, there we go. We're not done quite yet because now we need to insert our project ID in this command right here. So I'm going to copy this command and then I'm going to paste it just in a new tab so we have it right here. And then we're going to go back into Google Cloud. We're just going to click Google Cloud top left corner and this will give us our project. Then I'm going to click on my project right here. And you can see this ID we have right here is the project. So I am going to copy this. Then I'm going to go back. I'm going to remove this right here. So it just says the ID. Copy this entire thing. Copy, copy, copy. And then we're again going to insert this command. We are basically authenticating and setting the project now. There we go, the project is set. And we need to do the same thing right here. So I'm going to copy this entire command once again, paste this in, insert our project ID right here, copy this entire thing and paste that into. There we go. You can see these credentials will be used by any library that requests application default credentials. And the last thing we need to do is that we need to enable what's called the Vertex AI API. And this is the one that we're going to be using. And then I'm going to paste this in as well. And there we go. It now says this. And the last step, which is also crucial for this to work, is to go inside and create a .env file for our secrets. So inside of our Visual Studio Code, that's the reason we use Visual Studio Code, is that we can now right click, click new file, let's write .env right here, copy these things right here that we need to insert, paste that in right here, and then where it says your project ID, delete that and go back and grab the ID that we had right here. Just like that. Now it's time to run it and test it to see if we're actually using our credits. If you don't have it already, you need to install the Gemini CLI. So just search for Gemini CLI, go to the first link, and then copy this install right here. Then go back into Visual Studio Code. Now I'm going to write clear to clear the entire terminal, paste this in, hit enter, and this is going to download the Gemini CLI. There we go. We can now write clear. And now we can open Gemini by writing Gemini like this and hitting enter. You can now see it says, do you trust this folder? Yes, I do. You might have some additional onboarding, but just go through that. And there we go. Now we are inside of Gemini. What it's probably going to show for you is this auth right here. How would you like to authenticate for this project? Usually, if you have a regular paid account, you would log in with Google. But because we're using our own credits for Vertex AI, by the way, the Gemini API doesn't work either. This is the only method that works. I spent hours figuring this out. Go to Vertex AI, hit enter. And now, because we've set everything else up, it should work. So if I now write, hello, can you hear me? You can now see we are running authenticated with Vertex AI. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. How can I help you with your project today? You might say, well, Albert, are we not just using some shitty model then? No. If we write /model right here, right now we have it on auto, but we can choose it. You can choose it to manual as well. And then we can choose any Google model that we want. And the best model that Google has right now is the Gemini 3.1 Pro. So let's enable that one. You can see in the corner right here, it now says Gemini 3.1 Pro. And I can write, do you still hear me? Yes, I'm still here. What would you like to work on? Now you have $300 worth of Gemini credits you can use completely for free over the next 90 days. I told you this was pretty insane, and I've seen no one else talk about this. You can build your first couple of projects for clients using these AIs completely for free. And here is the even crazier thing. Any business can get this free trial. This means that we can build out our first couple of projects with these credits, and when we land a new client, we can have them sign up to this as well, so we have another $300 that we can use on their project, which basically means that we can run our one-person AI business with 100% margins. Not a bad idea, huh? You definitely didn't know that that was a thing. And the deal was, you would subscribe to the channel, right? I drop videos like this every single week, so I'd really appreciate it. But we are not even halfway through this video yet. I have some way more insane things to show you, like some insane free tools that are gonna blow your mind. And I'm also gonna show you how to do the hardest part, which is actually getting clients.